This chapter, Numbers chapter 27, the women took a stand because their fathers were of the old generation and they had already died out. They had no brothers. They had no male representatives. So they had to take a stand for their families. Yes, the inheritance for the children of Israel is being administered to all the families and the generations of Israel. But it just seems like they were the forgotten group. So they said, hey, what about us? What about us women? What about us daughters? We have no male brothers or male representation. We need our inheritance too because our fathers are a part of this generation. Our fathers are part of the generations of the children of Israel. Yes, they are not here no longer, but we are here. Don't forget us. What about us? Let's read Numbers chapter 27. So often women are neglected in different aspects of life. Yes, different aspects of life. And many times we just have to take that bold stand and not just settle, but take that bold stand. Say, hey, we're still here. What about us? Don't forget us. Numbers chapter 27, the King James Version. It says, Then came the daughters of Zelophehad, the son of Hepher, the son of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh, of the families of Manasseh, the son of Joseph. And these are the names of the daughters, Mela, Noah, and Hoglah, and Milcah, and Tirzah. And they stood before Moses, and before Eleazar the priest, and before the princes, and all the congregation, by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Our father died in the wilderness, and he was not in the company of them that gathered themselves together against the Lord in the company of Korah, but died in his own sin, and had no sons. Why should the name of our father be done away from among his family, because he had no son? Give unto us, therefore, a possession among the brethren of our father. Mm, 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 mm. And Moses brought the cause before the Lord. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, The daughters of Zelophehad speak right. Thou shalt surely give them a possession of an inheritance among their father's brethren, and thou shalt cause the inheritance of their father to pass on to them. Mm, mm, mm. And thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a man die and have no son, then he shall cause his inheritance to pass on to his daughter. And if he have no daughter, then he shall give his inheritance unto his brethren. And if he have no brethren, then he shall give his inheritance unto his father's brethren. And if his father have no brethren, then he shall give his inheritance unto his kinsman that is next to him of his family, and he shall possess it, and it shall be unto the children of Israel a statute of judgment, as the Lord commanded Moses. And the Lord said unto Moses, Get thee up into this Mount Abarim, and see the land which I have given unto the children of Israel. And when thou hast seen it, thou also shalt be gathered unto thy people, as Aaron thy brother was gathered. For ye rebelled against my commandment in the desert of Zin, in the strife of the congregation, to sanctify me at the water before their eyes. That is the water of Meribah in Kadesh in the wilderness of Zin. And Moses spake unto the Lord, saying, Let the Lord, the God of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of the Lord be not as sheep without which have no shepherd. And the Lord said unto Moses, Take thee Joshua, the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay thine hand upon him, and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him a charge in their sight. And thou shalt put some of thine honor upon him, that all the congregation of the children of Israel may be obedient. And he shall stand before Eleazar the priest, who shall ask counsel for him after the judgment of Urim before the Lord. At his word shall they go out, and at his word they shall come in, both he and all the children of Israel with him, even all the congregation. And Moses did as the Lord commanded him. And he took Joshua and set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation. And he laid his hand upon him, and gave him a charge, as the Lord commanded by the hand of Moses. Thus ends the reading of Numbers chapter 27. God is about to take Moses now. What a journey. But because he too failed, he allowed anger to get a hold of him and caused him to sin against the Lord. He cannot inherit the promised land. He can only see it. What about the change that the women has stimulated concerning the inheritance, Because they came forth. They were the forgotten group, but they stepped up, and God honored that. Yes, he honored that. There's a lot in this chapter to meditate on. It's getting pretty sad for me because I loved Moses. Yes, I love how he was leading the people and how he really was when God wanted to destroy them, how he stood in the gap, constantly stood in the gap for them. Oh, but now God is about to take him with him. He won't be able to see the promise, to inherit the promised land. But God had already told him that after he had sinned against him. So we're going to move on to Numbers chapter 28. Thank you for reading with me. Let's meditate on this word and see what the Holy Spirit has from this chapter for us to feed our spirits and help us grow in God. Things that we can practice, we can put into practice in our lives that are pleasing to the Lord. Stay blessed, everybody.